Bronx has the poorest congressional district in the nation, meaning that it has the highest incidence of all of the things that are measured in terms of diabetes, asthma, all kinds of health problems. And also it has the highest dropout rate, the worst income, the poorest people, all kinds of problems that people measure in terms of measuring the quality of life in communities. And it's been like that for about 50 years, I would say. In terms of the population, so it's a heavy Latino population, but at the same time, there has been now migration that has come from Asia, from Southeast Asia, meaning Chinese, and also meaning Pakistani, Indian, all of those Asian, Southeast Asian countries. Plus, there's been immigration now from Africa, immigration from deeper in South America, immigration from the Middle East. So the Bronx basically now has 65 diasporas.
My name is Nilsa de la Luz. I was born in Puerto Rico. I came to the Bronx when I was 3 years old because my father had been murdered in Puerto Rico, and so my grandfather, who had just come to New York, went back and brought us here. I started school in first grade, and when I entered school, I did not speak one word of English, not one. And so it was a very difficult process. The first year the teacher was very mean to me because I didn't speak the language and made me feel stupid. That's the way I felt. But then when I went to second grade, I had a wonderful teacher and I just bloomed from then on. And when I graduated, I did go on to Bronx Community College. And it was just a word for me. College was a word because I really didn't know anyone that had attended college in my family. I was the first one. And so I was able to realize my dream of becoming a teacher, which I always had in the back of my mind since I was a little girl because I admired teachers so much. And so when I would walk into a classroom and they would hear my name, you know, because when they look at me, you don't know exactly what I am, what's my ethnic background, but when they would hear me speak, they knew that I was Puerto Rican. And so right there, that created a bond, an understanding with the students. I taught 32 years, high school 32 years, and then retired. But my love of teaching has always been there. So I went on, and now I am teaching again, but salsa, merengue, bachata, cha-cha, rumba, to retired teachers, to the blind with multiple handicaps, and to the community. So I am still sharing my culture and my experiences.
Pedro Enrique de la Luz is my given name. Everybody knows me as Pete or Petey. And I brought my Puerto Rico here to the Bronx and to share it with the family. And eventually I know that in my passing I will leave this behind so other people can enjoy it. And that is why I guess we're here.
My name is Sheikh Musa Drame. I am the Imam of this mosque. I'm also the founder of the center, which runs the only full-time Islamic school in the Bronx now. There are about 100,000 Muslims in the Bronx. And out of this 100,000, the majority of it comes from West Africa. And the school started on 9/11. Actually, our first opening day was September 11, 2001. And it is known worldwide. And, you know, when people memorialize what happened on 9/11, we celebrate the birth of a new Muslim thinking, because the school is a very, very strong in interfaith relationship building. And the students, you know, write and play and meet other their counterparts from various religions, you know, including the Jewish community, the Catholic community, and the Protestant community.
My name is Imam. I'm the editor of Muslim Community Report newspaper. The interesting thing is, actually, I'm a Christian, but I'm also very interested in the Muslim community in New York City. I just, want people to understand Muslim communities as I've seen them in my home country in Uganda, and also just living around Muslims here in New York, to see them as people just like you and me, with fallacies as well as triumphs. So that is why I got involved in this. It's an underreported community, and I think it's important to tell these stories that you can't really see anywhere else.
My name is Ervin Ramirez. I'm the Vice President for Technology and Facilities Management of the brand new Bronx campus of Borough College. We opened this campus last year, so it's about a year old, and we are not at full capacity yet. We have around 450 students, and the capacity for this campus is around 1,800 students. There are more colleges and universities in the Bronx than in any other county in any other state. When we came here, the neighborhood basically did not have this kind of educational opportunities in a way that was highly accessible to them. So we found this as an opportunity to serve a community that was not served educationally speaking. Right now we see a big revival in this neighborhood. We can see the development that's happening around us, and we are happy to be part of that development.
My name is Eugene Myers, and I've lived in the Bronx all my life. I watched the Bronx go through a lot of changes. The Bronx used to be a city full of abandoned buildings and open lots. 20 years ago, you would find homeless people on the streets, but now the Bronx, today we have no abandoned buildings, no empty lots. The city has become a lot safer. What makes the Bronx special is a sense of community. It's a melting pot for many different groups of people. It used to be just black and Puerto Rican, but now we have a lot of Asian, people from the Middle East and from Africa started to live in the Bronx. And they bring their culture and their talents, and it's making the Bronx a better place to live.
My name is Ismael Betancourt Jr. I initiated the Bronx Transformation Project to try to kind of develop and help the Bronx develop more, meaning to figure out if I can bring resources from outside to try to help the groups that are here already and that are like trying to rise up, but there's nobody to fund them. We're working now with a group of engineers, with architects, and we have the people with the resources to actually finance pretty significant development. And we're happy to say and proud that we also have the backing of the UN, meaning the Alliance for Civilizations is helping us. So we're going to announce a plan for development in February. Then in June, we're planning a conference at the UN called The World in the Bronx and the Bronx in the World. You can unite diversity under, common goals. You can actually build up things from the bottom up if people are willing to stop and go in the same direction. So you can do things. I have my kids who grow up here. I have grandchildren here. And so, I'm a Bronx native.